What's up YouTube? Today we will finally be covering how to install your ambient lighting kit in your car. So I know a lot of people have been asking me in the comments to make a tutorial. I thought it was quite straightforward, but I will cover it with you guys anyways, just so there's no confusion and you guys are installing it correctly. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll be working on the BMW today. So yeah, let's go. All right, so let's go ahead and enter the car here. So first thing you guys want to understand is that wherever you decide to install it, there's one thing you need to keep in mind. You need some sort of groove or crevice where you can actually insert the ambient lighting strip itself. So for example, I'll show you guys on this door panel, there is a huge, a tiny gap here which I managed to take advantage of and kind of install the strip in here. So as you can see, this side it's already coming out a bit right there. So all I did, guys, was basically just slide this in there. Now this gap is a bit, closed off, so this was quite difficult to kind of install here. But I kind of just put some force on it and managed to put it in. But I'm not sure why this came out. I think I didn't push this side enough. Okay, so I'm gonna show you where I put my power source. So basically, here it is. This is the on and off for the lights themselves. If you want them to turn on with your low beams, you're gonna have to wire it in, unfortunately, and I don't really know how to do that. I'm sure it's 100% doable, but again, let's just focus on this. So this is the power source. As you can see, this is the tray in my center console. I just take this apart and you can see the wire going through and underneath this whole center console. I kind of hid it in there, and what I did is I actually took my center console apart when I was doing all of this, just to hide the wiring. And so the wiring goes all the way underneath here, and then it goes from here underneath right there, and then all the way through up until here. So there was actually, I took this apart, there was a hole that you could feed the wire through and then bring it in here. So the right way would be to actually undo this grommet and feed it through there, which I did for the other side, by the way. And then the bulb itself comes up here. You would just tape, like behind this, you would tape it and then just feed this. Okay, so I just took apart the e-brake cover, and you'll notice that most of the wiring I've hid here, or the wiring that I'm not using. So for example, we have this bulb. So this is what I mean when I talk about like the bulb. So there's a screw over here. You kind of undo it. Excuse my dirty nails. I've been working on my car this week, changing the valve cover. But what you're gonna do is, this is the fiber optic cable, and you're gonna basically feed it in this hole. So I covered this in my last video. You're gonna feed it in here, and then you're gonna tighten the screw, and that's essentially how it works. And I'm not using this bulb. I might just do the rears in the later on, but for now I've just kept it back here. So honestly, guys, it's very simple. All you gotta do is just be creative with it. It's not that hard. You just have to first find somewhere to put this in. This is the fiber optic. Just find like a crevice, like a gap in between your door trims. And then what you want to do is just be creative with feeding this wire through the car. Just make it like so it's not obvious that there's wires going through. So what I did, for example, for this side actually came out really good. What I did is I took this apart right here. I took this plastic piece apart, and then when I had the modules over here, right here, sorry. So the wiring I fed through here, behind this rear seat, which I took apart, and then all the way through here, underneath this trim. I took this apart as well, and then through the grommet. So as you can see from this side, I actually put it through the grommet. This was quite challenging, I'll be honest, but I managed to do it. And then behind this door trim and all the way up here. So this is where the bulb right here is being held. I put some tape behind here too, and that is the fiber optic. So you can kind of see how nicely it's sitting in there all the way. So that's pretty much it. So let's say you're on the video and you click on the link, right? And you'll notice that everything is in French. So what you want to do is you want to go here and then you want to click English, click register, and there you have it. So now I'm going to show you guys which one to pick because there's a lot of different options, so it gets a bit confusing. So the first one says 5-piece 100 centimeters acrylic. So basically it's telling you that there's 5 fiber optic cables, meaning like the light bars, and then they're 100 centimeters long and they're made out of acrylic. That's it. Second thing, 6-piece 150 centimeters, so it's a bit longer, especially if your door card's longer, you want to get the 150 centimeter one. Now keep in mind, you can't cut the acrylic, the fiber optic cable, you can't cut it in half because it's not really going to work. Okay, 6-piece 100 centimeters, 1-piece 150 centimeters. Alright, so this is strictly just the acrylic, just the fiber optic cables, like the first few options. But if you want to buy the actual kit, this is what I would do. So 5-in-1 RGB 5-piece 100 centimeters. This basically means, RGB means that you actually get a remote, you get 5 of the lights, light sources, and then 5 pieces of the acrylic fiber optic cables. Alright, but if you want the app, you would go and click on this one. Sorry, this one, okay? 6-in-1 app, 6-piece 100 centimeters. Or the 10-in-1 app, 6-piece 100 centimeters. I hope that clears up some confusion as to what each option means. Again, if I would get more pieces if you plan on doing the whole interior, but for me 5 pieces were enough as I was just doing my door cards and my front dash. So there you have it, guys. That's pretty much it. I hope the video helped and cleared some confusion because again, it's quite straightforward and you don't really need to do too much in order to install it. But another reason I didn't cover is because every car interior is a bit different, so I figured it's not really worth covering. If you guys have any questions, please leave it down in the comments below, and as always, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and stay tuned for more videos to come in the future.